Are you one of those individuals who spends hours in bed staring at the ceiling, unable to drift off into a peaceful slumber? Well, you're in good company. With the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, sleep problems have become a common issue faced by many. From the inability to fall asleep to frequent awakenings throughout the night, these problems can lead to sleep deprivation, affecting our physical health, mental clarity, and overall quality of life. But what if I told you there's a solution to this problem that's been around for thousands of years? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're going to explore a timeless solution from a book that you might have on your shelf right now, the Bible. Known for its spiritual teachings, the Bible also holds wisdom on many practical aspects of life, including sleep. Now, you might be wondering, what does the Bible have to do with my sleep problems? Well, it's more relevant than you might think. The Bible is filled with verses that speak to the importance of rest and the role it plays in our well-being. Two such verses, Psalm 4 verse 8 and Matthew 11 verse 28, offer profound insights into achieving a peaceful and restful sleep. So if you're tired of counting sheep or scrolling through your phone in the middle of the night, it might be time to turn off the gadgets and turn to the pages of the Bible. Whether you're a devout Christian or just someone seeking a better night's sleep, the wisdom found in these ancient texts could be the key to unlocking the peaceful slumber you've been longing for. If this sounds like you, stay tuned as we delve into the ancient wisdom of the Bible on how to get a good night's sleep. We'll be exploring these biblical teachings and, more importantly, how to apply them in our daily lives for a restful night's sleep. So, get ready to say goodbye to those sleepless nights and hello to a restful and rejuvenating sleep. The Bible, with its timeless wisdom, has a lot to say about the importance of rest and sleep. Today, we're going to delve deeper into this topic, guided by two powerful verses, Psalm 4:8 and Matthew 11:28. Let's start with Psalm 4:8. In this verse, the psalmist declares, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." Here we see a beautiful picture of complete trust in God's protection, leading to a peaceful and restful sleep. This verse doesn't just speak about physical rest, but also about a profound peace of mind, a tranquility that only comes from entrusting oneself to God's care. It's about laying down not just our bodies, but also our worries and anxieties. Now that's a sleep tip you won't find in your typical self-help book. Next, we turn to Matthew 11:28, where Jesus himself offers an open invitation. "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Now, this verse doesn't specifically mention sleep, but it speaks to the heart of what rest truly is. It's a call to all who are weary, burdened, and overworked. Jesus promises to provide rest, a kind of rest that rejuvenates not just the body, but also the soul. It's an invitation to lay down our burdens, to surrender our struggles, and to find rest in Him. These verses, taken together, paint a picture of what true biblical rest looks like. It's not just about closing our eyes and drifting off to dreamland. It's about experiencing a deep, soul-level rest that comes from trusting in God. It's about laying down our burdens, our anxieties, and our struggles, and finding peace in God's presence. So, what can we take away from these verses? Well, the Bible is clear that sleep is not just a physical necessity, but also a spiritual discipline. It's a time to rest our bodies, yes, but it's also a time to rest our souls, to recharge our spirits, and to find peace in God's presence. These verses remind us of the importance of finding rest in God's presence, a concept that we will explore further. As we continue this journey, let's remember that true rest is more than just a good night's sleep. It's about finding peace, tranquility, and rejuvenation in the presence of our loving Creator. And that, my friends, is a sleep tip worth taking to heart. Now that we know what the Bible says about sleep, let's delve deeper into what these teachings mean for us. The verses we've looked at, Psalm 4:8 and Matthew 11:28, aren't just about physical rest. They're about the peace and security that comes from trusting in God. The Bible encourages us to seek solace in God's presence, to surrender our troubles to Him, and to trust in His protection. This is a holistic approach to rest, one that nurtures not just our bodies, but also our minds and spirits. Let's start with Psalm 4:8, When it says, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety," it's speaking to the deep sense of tranquility that comes from knowing we're in God's care. It's about finding a calmness in our hearts that transcends our earthly troubles and allows us to rest easy. This isn't just about bedtime, it's a mindset we can carry with us throughout our days. Then we have Matthew 11:28, where Jesus says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Here, Jesus is inviting us to lay down our burdens and take up his yoke, which is light. This is a call to let go of our worries, our anxieties, our stresses, and to trust in him. It's a promise of rest for our souls, a rest that goes deeper than a good night's sleep. It's a rest that rejuvenates us and prepares us for whatever life throws our way. These teachings remind us that true rest isn't something we can achieve through sheer willpower or the right mattress. It's about surrendering our worries and burdens to God, about trusting in his care and his plan for us. It's about finding peace in his presence and carrying that peace with us into our rest. When we understand this, we can see how biblical teachings can become a powerful tool for improving our sleep. It's not about counting sheep or drinking warm milk. It's about finding peace in God's presence, about surrendering our worries to him, and about trusting in his care for us. This is the kind of rest that nurtures our bodies, our minds, and our souls. By surrendering our worries to God, we can achieve a deep sense of peace that facilitates restful sleep. This peace, this sense of safety and security in God's care, is the key to a restful night's sleep. It's about letting go and letting God, about trusting in his protection and provision. And when we do that, we can experience the kind of deep, restful sleep that rejuvenates us and prepares us for the day ahead. So remember, next time you're struggling to sleep, try surrendering your worries to God and see how it transforms your rest. Understanding these biblical teachings is one thing, but how do we apply them to our lives? This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. Let's delve into some practical steps we can take to incorporate these biblical sleep tips into our nightly routine. First things first, consider setting aside some quiet time each night for prayer. This isn't about reciting a standard prayer, but about having an intimate conversation with God. Share your worries, your struggles, and your hopes. Surrender your burdens to him, as Matthew 11:28 encourages us to do. This act of surrender not only helps to quiet our minds, but also prepares our hearts for restful sleep. Next, meditating on these verses can be incredibly beneficial. Ponder the words of Psalm 4:8. "In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." Let these words resonate in your heart and mind. Reflect on the peace and safety that comes from resting in God's presence. And speaking of God's presence, it's important to trust in his provision. Often, our sleepless nights are due to worry or fear. We're anxious about the future, or we're fretting over problems we can't seem to solve. But remember, our God is a God of peace, not chaos. He's a God of solutions, not problems. So trust in his ability to provide for your needs, to bring solutions to your problems, and to carry your burdens. This trust can bring a sense of peace that fosters quality sleep. Lastly, consider incorporating scripture into your bedtime routine. Reading or listening to calming Bible verses can help soothe your mind and prepare you for sleep. You might even want to memorize a few verses, like Psalm 4:8 or Matthew 11:28, and recite them as you lie down to sleep. And here's a bonus tip. Try to maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Our bodies thrive on routine, and by going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, we can help regulate our internal body clock, which in turn can improve our sleep quality. Now, these tips aren't magic pills. They won't instantly cure all sleep issues, but they can help create an environment conducive to restful sleep. They can help us approach sleep not as a nightly challenge to conquer, but as a precious gift from God to embrace. By incorporating these steps into our nightly routine, we can transform our sleep experience. We can move from restless nights to peaceful slumber, from exhausting sleep to rejuvenating rest. And remember, the key to all of this is trust. Trusting in God's promises, in his provision, and in his presence. So, as you prepare for sleep tonight, remember these biblical sleep tips. and let them guide you to a peaceful night's rest. So what happens when we start applying these biblical sleep tips? Well, let me tell you, the benefits are nothing short of transformative. Imagine for a moment finally experiencing a night of deep, uninterrupted sleep. You wake up feeling refreshed and invigorated, ready to face the day ahead with renewed energy and enthusiasm. That's the power of quality rest. But the benefits of applying these biblical sleep tips extend far beyond just a good night's sleep. You see, the Bible doesn't just offer guidance for physical rest. It also provides wisdom for emotional and spiritual rest. As we begin to explore and implement these biblical sleep tips, we may find ourselves experiencing a profound sense of peace and contentment. We start to understand that our rest is not dependent on our circumstances, but on the unchanging, steadfast love of God. When we surrender our worries and burdens to Him, as we are encouraged to do in Matthew 11:28, we allow ourselves to experience His peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace can permeate every aspect of our lives, helping us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Additionally, improved sleep can lead to increased energy and productivity. When we're well rested, we're more alert and focused, able to give our best in every task we undertake. This can lead to improved performance at work, in school, or in our personal projects. And let's not forget about the health benefits. Quality sleep is crucial for maintaining good health. It strengthens our immune system, supports heart health, and contributes to a healthy weight. By prioritizing restful sleep, we're taking a significant step towards better overall health. So you see, these benefits go beyond just a good night's sleep. They can improve our overall quality of life. When we take to heart the biblical wisdom on sleep, we're not just committing to better sleep habits. We're embracing a holistic approach to well-being that nourishes our body, mind, and spirit. Now, isn't that something worth dreaming about? As we wrap up our journey into biblical sleep tips, it's clear that the Bible has much wisdom to offer on the subject of sleep. We've journeyed through the comforting verses of Psalm 4:8 and Matthew 11:28, unlocking ancient teachings and discovering their relevance in today's fast-paced world. We've seen how these verses stress the importance of finding peace and security in God's presence. In the stillness of the night, when our minds are often filled with worries and anxieties, these words offer a beacon of hope and comfort. They remind us that true rest comes not from external remedies, but from surrendering our burdens to a higher power. Together, we've explored the interconnection of faith, relaxation, and sleep. We've learned that by trusting in God's provision for our rest, we can experience a profound sense of peace that transcends the restlessness of sleepless nights. This trust can lead to a transformation in the way we approach sleep, helping us find true relaxation and rejuvenation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. It's your way of letting us know that we're making content that benefits you. And if you want to continue this journey of faith and well-being with us, do subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep creating and sharing these enlightening videos. Remember, every like and subscribe goes a long way in helping us bring you more content. So hit that button and stay tuned for more. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to exploring more biblical teachings together.